Hey y'all, welcome to Kings and Queens of Porn. And tonight, of course, I have my co host Alexa.
Hey,
And
everybody.
our special guest tonight is Alfonso. Um,
Hello, how's everyone doing?
we're good. It's Friday.
Thank
It's
God it's Friday.
right. That's what I'm saying. I had one good interview. This is gonna go good. Then it's like. So, I'll admit I thought Alexa forgot me tonight, and I called her and she didn't answer because I was calling her a couple minutes. I'm like, man, she gonna leave me alone tonight? Really? I was like,
No, I'm never going to leave you, girl. I'd let you know ahead of time. I'm good. I'm here.
right.
I'm just charging my phone.
So Alfonso, you're quite the eye candy here, I see, and you've got your presence everywhere. How did you get? You're kind of new.
Oh, no, no, no. I've been in the industry. As a matter of fact, I've been in the industry for 4 years. I was kind of wrapped up because I was in college at the time when I first started, so I wasn't really shooting a lot. But once I graduated, then I got back to, shooting and doing other things.
Right.
Other,
Okay.
other things.
Right.
Yeah.
Other things.
Ah,
Okay.
so how's it
So
feel being back shooting again?
To be back shooting again, it's an adventure. It's always a learning process because for a lot of male talent, when you start out, you start out with a company, and then you make your own decisions after your contract is either up or after you and the company split ways. So after I made my decision to walk away from the company to build my own brand because I felt I was being stagnated at a point. So from that point is when I did my total relaunch, my relook, my everything. I put more focus into not just being a male talent,
performer.
but I wanted to be a male model at the same time.
Oh wow.
And I
Okay.
wanted to have a different presence in the business than all of the other male talent. I didn't want to look like a common copy. I wanted to create something that was my own.
Mm. And how's that working so far for you?
I mean, I don't think that it's a bad thing that I've done something totally different, and it's going pretty well. I get the shoots that I really want, and at this point in time, I can pick and choose what I want for my brand.
Right. Which is the most important thing. I mean, it's hard when you get with the company. You shoot whatever it is that they need you to shoot, and that's great. It's a paycheck. That's awesome. But you don't get to choose who you shoot with, what you shoot, and you definitely don't get to brand yourself. So it's always nice when you're independent and you can make those choices and decisions for yourself. That's awesome. Good for you.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean, it's
Brandon. Sorry
it's a
about that.
blessing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, it's a blessing to be able to, shoot what you want and, work with the people that want to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Yeah.
branding yourself out also on your own is a far more better profit. And I just think it takes a lot. It might take a lot more longer, but you're known for you. You know what I mean? And you're making all the moves and controlling what's going on.
Well, to be honest about certain stuff, being independent and having creative control over yourself, not only over yourself, but over your brand and over bookings and everything, sometimes it can be a plus and sometimes it can be a minus due to the fact that a lot of agencies want to talk to another manager. They don't want to talk directly to a independent talent.
Oh
So
wow.
they feel like oh well, you're a male talent. Why don't you have a agent or why don't you have a manager? And I felt for myself that why give somebody a percentage when it's all mine anyway?
True. You are your brand, right?
Absolutely.
Without you, then they don't have anything. And I agree with that. Although, it's strange that people wouldn't want to just deal with you directly. I mean, sometimes it's easier, I would find, right? That they could just call you up and say, are you available and are you interested? And it's a yes or no instead of going back and forth with somebody, right? Kind of
Yeah,
middleman.
well, I mean, in a lot of ways, being not only your own talent, your own producer, your own content creator, there's a lot of bumps in the road for a male talent because a male talent can contact a female talent and say, hey, listen, I would love to shoot with you and let's exchange the content, sign our agreements, and work the situation. So if you're an independent male talent, it doesn't always work in an independent male talent's favor because even though I am a male talent and I'm not booked by a company, they still want to say, well, this is so-and-so's rate to work with me. And I'm saying, well, I'm a talent just like you're a talent. So why shouldn't we come to an agreement to share this, this content together? And some ladies say, well, you know what? That's great because I like your look. Let's work. And some ladies say, nah, you're still going to pay me Hollywood or Miami or Florida or New York rate. And I'm like, okay, it depends on it depends on the agreement within the two parties. Because a lot of young ladies, I won't say older ladies in our business who've been in the business for more than a few years, a lot of the younger adult stars, they're about, quick cash. They don't understand what it takes to have longevity and to have creative control and to have the full knowledge of what your product can do for you in the long run. They're looking for the short, first, now, here, and they're not looking at after they shoot this content, they have no rights to it because they've signed this agreement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's something that I wish, and I know there's some, call them veterans in the industry that have been around for a while that are, gracious enough to share that experience and that knowledge with, especially with new talent that's coming into the industry. And it's amazing when they do share that because when you start off new, you come in with stars in your eyes thinking you're going to be making big money. And it's exactly, you just sign the contract and you don't care. You shoot, you do your scene, you get paid, and you go. Not realizing that person is going to take that one scene and it's going to continue to make money off of you, and you only get that one lump sum. That's it. That's all. And you have no control over how they edit it, what you look like, what's out there. Nothing. That's theirs, and you have no rights to that. And so it's not easy though, because people come into this industry thinking one thing, and once they get in, they realize it's something totally different. So I wish there was more people out there explaining that to new talent.
Well, I mean, that's the greatest part about learning, as you go. That's the greatest part about learning as you go. And for the young ladies, it's a lot more faster, and it doesn't have a slow heartbeat. For new male talent, it's a little difficult because there's a lot of young ladies that say, what have you been on? Who have you shot with? What companies booked you?
Oh, wow, really?
Your resume has to fit your bill. So for me, the companies that I've shot for, sometimes me and the company, I'll speak to the guy. I'll say, listen, you don't have to put not a dollar in my hand. I want that content. And he'll no, I don't want to give you the content. And I'm saying, well, look, if you're going to pay her rate, then why not pay me half of her rate since I am a male performer? And a lot of companies want to lowball the male talent. They don't want to give us equal pay for equal work.
So women get more money?
Whatever a percentage is. Well, women make more money than males.
For real?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, for real.
Why?
Yeah, for real. Straight up.
Well, the reason why...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. The reason why women make more money is because they believe that the product is the woman. The male is always the co-star. The product is truly the woman. So if he's a good male performer, he'll get close to 33 to maybe 40% of what she would make.
Oh,
and
shit.
That's across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And if you decide to do it, so if you decide to do a gangbang, that right there is a percentage that if I explained it to you guys, you would probably say, you know what, I don't understand why male talent does it. So if a female,
that's what I'm saying right now, just with the percentage.
So if a female is paid $1,500 and there are 5 guys in that gangbang scene, those 5 guys have to split the 1,500
5 ways?
all through.
4 ways?
So it's 5 ways
Wow.
for those 5 guys. So that's only 300 per male talent when she gets 1,500 up front.
Holy shit.
See, now this is in the regular world, because in the porn world, I'm telling, or in the BBW side of things, if any of the girls were being paid $1,500 even for a gangbang scene, you're looking at damn good cash. Because that's the thing, like, certain people are not getting, like, male talent don't get paid as much, and certain genres of porn do not get paid as much. Like, BBWs are grossly underpaid compared to mainstream girls.
Well, really?
Like, considerably so. Yeah. So, I mean, I've heard of companies, you know, paying like girls, BBW girls, like, oh, can you do a scene for $300 or can you do a scene for $400? Like, really?
Wow.
Hell no. Like, it's so we're basically being paid the same as what male talent is going to be paid. So yeah, you have to know, and I've heard that too. But male talent, I mean, they definitely do get paid less, and that's the reason is because they always have it for like. Your product is the female in the scene. So, you know, although I have to say, when I'm watching porn, I'm definitely watching the guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
I don't get it because like I ain't watching porn for a girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
I don't mind watching it
because I'm bi, but
right, you are, but I'm not, and I just like I'm gonna watch it for the dick, not for the girl.
But the thing is you know the way I see too though is. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Alfonso, but there's a hell of a lot of pressure on these guys. I mean, us girls, we come to set, you know, we're ready, we're looking good, whatever, we do our thing. If we're not necessarily turned on, we can fake that. Men can't.
I hate faking it, though. I mean,
you guys to perform than it is for us.
And you're getting paid to fake it, though, so that's different.
Yeah, but the guys can't fake it, whether they're being paid or not. There's a lot more pressure for these guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, for, you know, gentlemen of leisure, such as myself, I come into every scene with the mind state of this has to be a performance that makes sense, not only for ladies or the company. It has to be a scene that's worthwhile because you don't want to put out a product that you can't sell.
Right.
True.
And you know, there's a lot of companies in LA and, like I said, Miami and Atlanta and other places that they have solid talent that they already know who they're going to pay and who they're going to book. And when it comes to new male talent, such as myself, they'll say, well, what have you been in? Who have you worked for? What female with either an A-list, a B-list, or a C-list name has to at least be attached to something you have done? Or you're not even considered at all.
Like you gotta have a resume like that.
Your resume has to speak for you.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder for.
I was just gonna say that's like massive. So if a man really wants to do porn, then he better be serious. Cause they ain't
not just serious. Well, he needs to be focused. I mean, literally, when you walk on set, you have to have the mind state that. This is something that needs to be done, and it needs to be done in a good fashion and a good manner.
Which all men...
And make sure Spunk Lube is on the set.
Had that attitude.
And make sure Spunk Lube
What was that, Kelly?
I said make sure Spunk Lube is on the set. I got the banner in. I got the big banner in for Spunk Lube. Yep.
I think Spunk Lube is awesome.
Is what?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm actually talking to some distributors at this point in time. I think I'm shooting the gun a little early by saying this, but I'm working on my own lube called Alfonso Lays Glaze.
No, I am going to remember that. Alfonso Lays Glaze?
Yeah, that's my catch. That's my catchphrase.
No, that's a good name, though.
That's great.
That's a name that'll stick. You better brand that and copyright that quick.
Well, it's because a lot of my scenes are facials, and since I'm heavy on the cum side, they always say it's glazed donut. So
I wanted to say something about like why the glaze, but I left it out.
I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome, and you should have something about, I don't know. You'll think up like some kind of logo type thing.
But yeah, we're working on. Well, me and my team, we're working on it as we speak. We're just, I really don't want to put it out there too much. I just want to say, my catchphrase is, prepare to be glazed.
I love that. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, the facial seems to be a big thing. I have some fans that are like, that's the biggest thing, and they're like, Alexa, we just need you to take more cum shots in the face. I'm like, why? Like, you want to have this pretty face? We just want to mess it up, and I'm like, that's just great.
Yeah, the makeup, and it'll get sticky everywhere, yes. So you'll just be like, no.
It's all about the face. It's like, well, I think I've done one. Maybe I think I've done only one scene right so far, but yeah, it's because I spend a significant amount of time on my makeup to make myself look good, right? So I'm like, don't mess up the makeup. But the guys are like, hell no, mess up the makeup. We want to make a hot mess out of you, so we need to be glazed. I guess this is this thing.
Well, at least it sounds okay,
A little glazed.
And then you have some spunk and glaze on the set, spunk glaze, like it'll just flow.
Yeah. Oh, that's just too funny.
Wow, that's kind of cool, though. At least you're branding something
Will you be at AVN this January?
Actually, at this point in time, I'm looking into being at AVN. Due to the fact that I am an independent talent, I think networking would be great. But like I said, as an independent male talent, there's a lot of stipulations and red tape that you have to look at. And not only that, but if you're an independent male talent, you better come with at least $2,000 in your pocket. There's no pulling back or no walking away from the situations, because shooting these talents, these guys want to get paid. And it's not just the women that want to get paid, it's the managers, the agencies. They want their cut before you work with their talent.
Wow.
You just got to outsource some other independent talent, right? Those that understand the significance of trade content and putting out good content, right? So that's always.
Well, I don't mind working with talent with a caliber of a good name, but I'm more particular to new faces, because everybody has a look. Everybody has a look,
right?
But does that look fit your brand? It has to make sense for you to shoot it. You can't just say, hey, you know what, I'm going to go and shoot so-and-so today, and she does BDSM and she doesn't do, boy-girl. It makes sense if it's something that's requested by a fan for her to do something different, but it's all about your brand. If your brand is a certain type of brand and you step into other things due to fan requests. You're not just going to randomly say, hey, you know what? I don't do anal. I'm going to do it today. It just doesn't work like that.
No. Oh, hell no.
All right, so let me ask you.
Anyways.
Do you do any kind of cam, or like do guys do that like the girls do? Do the males do that too?
Camming, yeah. I mean, I've cammed in the past, and I've cammed here and there, but camming for a male is very, very, very difficult due to the fact that your audience is probably going to be other male, and to perform, if you're a true alpha male, performing privates for another male is very difficult. It just doesn't work, because an alpha male, his whole thing is that he's the dominant person in the situation. And if he's camming for another man, does he really feel dominant in that situation?
Wow.
It depends, yeah.
Wow.
So, and then not only that, but...
Well, you could do it for your brand. You could do it for the glaze thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, what's the integrity of your brand, and what does your brand represent? Like, my brand is, I am a true gentleman
And when you know your brand and you have to stick to it, like it's really, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to speak for myself. I know it's hard when you have people in the industry saying to you, this is kind of where you fit. This is kind of where you need to be. And it just doesn't work for you. And you have to stay true to kind of what you are and who you are. And then your fans will follow that, right? They would rather see you do the things you love to do rather than kind of be pigeon-toed into a category or a genre that you don't really fit.
Yeah,
that's
well,
what I mean, but being independent too.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
I think we lost.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's like,
okay.
what happened?
I recently did a scene with a young lady named Alicia Moore. It was a BDSM scene, and it was good. It was a good scene. She started out with control, and as the scene, led on, she released me so I could have control, and it actually turned out very, very good. I've done threesomes. Threesomes are awesome. I've done a gangbang where it was two guys and one girl. I mean, for me, I'm a soloist. I'd rather have my talent and my focus on that female talent without somebody else in my way, but it's capable of being done. It's not like I won't do it. It's just my preference is me and that talent because I need a more intimate setting to have it so that people respond to it different. Because a gangbang is just, and I don't know if I can say this on the radio, but
you say whatever you want. We play unrated music too.
What I've seen in the past is a gangbang is just two big dick, five big dick, whatever, five big dick people smacking the shit out of one girl and then all busting at one time and walking the fuck away. It looks like a train wreck to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It looks like a fucking train wreck to me. I'm more into the intimate point of the scene because you gotta have the kissing, you gotta have the foreplay. It's a lot of things that trigger certain people. Gangbangs just don't do it to me. I mean, when I walk in a room and it's a gang of dudes, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing here? I'm the one who's supposed to be putting this work down. This is a lion's den, and I'm the only lion in my den. That's how I feel it.
Yeah. You the alpha male.
Yeah,
definitely the alpha male. See, and to me personally, I love that. I find it really hot. I like the alpha male. Although, I have to say, I'm guilty of loving the gangbang scenes, not personally doing them. I've never done one on set, but, watching them, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think it's the idea, though, of being completely, taken over by, four guys. It's like, you don't even know who's coming or going or what's going on, but it's all good all the way around. She makes it look really good. Whoever the female talent always makes it look real good, So you're like, could I handle that? Probably not, but it looks really hot. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, I've done them. I don't have any issue doing them. I mean, my focus is to make sure that the female is intact. That's my only focus. So I don't have an issue doing them. I'm just not too particular to it because my brand doesn't roll in that format.
Right. No, you're more about the glazed.
Oh, yeah.
But just picturing your face full of, just glazed.
That you'll have to do, a set like that with, a donut shop and put, a whole, produce a whole, movie on. Do you do music, too?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I thought I saw that, and I was like, do you know how wild it is? You're the second person I've had that does music in the adult industry, so that's pretty wild. I like that.
Well, I'm a international male model as well. I've walked in New York Fashion Week, New York Summer Fashion Explosion, Los Angeles Fashion Week, Miami Fashion Week. I've walked in Sigonella, Italy, France, and Paris.
There you go.
And I'm on the cover of and I'm on the cover of 22 different magazines.
Well, you lay that down. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to get paid your worth, because that's just crazy. I don't understand. See, it's hard. I'm only on the music industry. You know what I mean? I've been there forever. But, when I seen that, you branded yourself as an artist, so it's kind of the same, except you're going harder with the adult industry and the modeling.
Well, the reason why I stepped back from the music industry is because I was signed to Universal back in 2000. And things went haywire, my original artist name. I signed all of this information over because my manager was who he was at the time. So I've had, a few situations in my life where I've given somebody the opportunity to have control to help me succeed, and they failed. And with them having those failures, I've taken it upon myself to create who I am at this point, and I've taken total control. As I model, when I walk on that stage, I know my worth. I know my walk. I know my turns. I know my 2-point spin. I know all of the things that need to be done. I know how long it takes me to get off that stage, backstage, change my clothes, get back on stage. When it comes to porn, it's the same situation. I know exactly how long it's going to take for me to get these 5 angles that I need in that pop. And then with music, I know my 8-bar measures, my 4-bar measures, and I know my 4/16. So it's a lot of different things that I've done to create different revenue streams and knowing how to promote these things and still keep everything intact.
That's incredible because so many people can't. It's hard enough keeping one thing, straight and having everything, going in one way. That's 3 huge industries that you're in, right? Now, do you find that, have you had any negative experiences because you're in the porn industry and, people, let's say, in your modeling going, oh, hey, I saw you in the scene and you're not going to fit now because we don't want that out there. Have you had anything like that?
If you look at how the industry is and how reality TV, I'm just going to say, matter of fact, if you look at how society has changed, porn is no longer frowned upon. And you can thank Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kim Kardashian, Black China, Eve. You can thank all of the celebrities that leaked tapes, Pamela Anderson, you can thank all of those celebrities. For now, it's not as taboo as it used to be because everybody got a damn sex tape.
True.
I mean, even Drew Barrymore had a full porn.
What?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore had her own porn. She had a full porn. So,
really?
No idea.
You can't say it's taboo at this point in time because the biggest success from being in an adult industry situation is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Kim Kardashian.
I didn't know Arnold did porn.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone did at one point too.
Well. Listen what we learned today. Drew Barrymore, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone.
The only one I ever heard about was Pamela Anderson and her hubby at the time. But that
Tommy
was because, that was a big thing, but that was because Motley Crue and, plus music. It was just a big thing for them too. That went on forever.
Well, if you even look at the situation with certain love and hip-hop celebrities, look at Mimi Foss. She's the one who did the whole shower rod gimmick at one point. Yeah. Everybody was running out and buying damn shower rods.
I interviewed Nico London, and
and the company that brought it, the company that actually brought the actual material from them, paid them very well. So if a person wants to frown upon an industry that they privately watch in their own home, then they're frowning upon themselves.
Oh, they do. All the time.
Oh, they do. We've covered the judgment.
You should see what I went through.
The thing is
just trying to do this show. Remember, Alexa? I was getting so much negative feedback. Kelly, why are you going to interview the porn industry and that's going to look at your character and you're going to be judged? And I'm like, man, that's what's wrong with y'all. That's why I'm doing it. I said, because I'm tired of them being looked at as skank or, you know what I'm saying? Some negative comment. And I was like, nah, I said, every person that I have interviewed, and it's been Alexa, 2 years, right? A little bit over 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
For me, because me and your anniversary is the same. And every single person I've interviewed has been so, I can't even explain it. I've met so many great people, you know what I mean, with career, they focus. You know what I mean? So how can you knock down an industry that, like you said, are probably sitting at home watching, going buying DVDs, going to sex stores and whatever, that was my whole purpose to do this show. We get laughs, we get, we talk about the industry, but we also, I've done some shows like you said tonight, the men getting paid less. I've done some where the black females tell me, they get less than the white, and that how it is when a white. I mean, don't forget, I'm not in the industry, so like this is all knowledge and whatever I get out of everybody. You know what I mean? But everybody I've met, I can honestly say, I've had awesome interviews.
Well, I mean, it depends on, for the characteristics of your caliber of work. I mean, that's what it really all comes down to. And not only that, it's a self-worth thing. If a person can judge you for what they do at home in the privacy of their own home and then come out there and point fingers at you, I really believe they're only looking in the mirror because they're not as confident or they don't have the ability to do what you do. And that's when envy and jealousy plays a part in it. Because I can't look at you and tell you, hey, you can't do music, but yet still you've put out 3 to 4 projects, and then when I come back, I say, oh, it's trash. That's only because there's envy somewhere within those lines. He either envy or jealous.
Right. And I get
very true.
We talked about the religious factor of it one time. Remember, Alexa? I was like, then it was that comes at you. Oh well, because you're following this industry, like Kelly, you're already in music, one of the worst ones. Okay, but you know what? I try not to judge anybody. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit there like I'll usually block them or delete them because I just don't deal with the negative. But it is kind of strange, and it's how do you? Well, you don't do the music no more, so you can't balance it.
Well, when it comes to balancing how I do things, my last project came out in 2017 as far as music goes. So within the last year, so we're in 18, and next year will be 19. So my next project comes out next year, and it comes out close to the anniversary of my last project. What I do is I take the time while I'm still modeling and while I'm still shooting adult entertainment, I take the time to create great music that I enjoy. It's not about the fans anymore with music for me. It's not.
Right.
I create what I love to create. Now, if I put it out there and you like it, then that's your choice. But if you guess what? It doesn't hurt me because this is what I love. It doesn't hurt anyone to create because poets write millions a year, but they can recite them at the drop of a dime because it's what they love to do. If you truly have a passion for something, then love that passion and then treat it just like a child and it'll grow.
See, I love that. We're going to keep you on here more often. You're so inspirational when it comes to this. It's amazing. It's really nice to hear and refreshing to hear somebody saying to you, hey, you know what? It's going to take that work, but if you love it and it's passion for you, then that's what you're going to do, and that is exactly what you're doing. So this year coming up, do you have any big projects, in the adult industry in the next year? And what does 2019 look like for you?
2019, I'm going to be working with and I'm going to put her out there because she's awesome, and she's a young Tam girl. Tam, she doesn't really shoot, but the thing that we're going to work on is we're working on a small series. I don't know if I'm going to be the only male talent that she shoots for, but we're working on a series. It's called The Secretary. Awesome. When I say it's awesome, a young lady named Jenny Knight is amazing. And I mean, she's a great Cam young lady. She does amazing. And she's one of my closest friends. But we keep it on a professional business level when it comes to our working. But we're great friends, and she's just totally awesome. So that's one project that I'm working on. As of right now, I have a collective team where me and Dapper Dan from Dapper Dan's World, we have right now, we have 2 collective actual gangbang scenes because, I mean, I was comfortable shooting with him because he just talks the whole time and it makes me funny and it makes me fun and it's exciting.
Yeah, he's got an awesome personality.
It takes off all of the aggression of get it. It takes off all of that and it makes it easier and more relaxed and more calm. So I'm working on a series with him called Grandpa and Me, where it's me and him. And from there, I've worked on 3 scenes with the young lady Go Go Fuck Me, and I have just recently released a scene and one named Red Passion. So I have a lot of collective work that I'm doing, and the young lady from Texas, she's out there, I believe in San Antonio. Her name is Lyric Scott. She is beautiful. She has the greatest personality, and she rolls with the scene. She understands the movement. She understands the angles. So we have our first scene, which will be dropping sometime next month, called Sky's the Limit, and it has slow-mo playback and music. So the slow motion part in the scene, when the scene cuts to the slow motion part, it actually has music entailed, which is my music from the next project that I'm releasing slow but surely and leaking into my actual adult entertainment, so that it's more familiar. If you hear it, you'll know, oh man, hey, I gotta go buy that.
Right.
That
it's
is
kind
awesome.
of like
What a great way of introducing your music, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, and putting it in there.
That
I've
is
had
amazing.
other people tell me, they've asked me, yo, can we get do you know anybody that would take our music and put it in their porn video? I said, I have no idea. It would be good for somebody to start doing that again, because I'll tell you, coming from the corporate music side, when I was there, we also sold light porn in the store. We carried that in the stores, and we'd have autographs sometimes, meet and greets, stuff like that. But they did have a hip hop. They did have another one, and it was like actual movies, light porn or whatever. But I mean, people bought that shit up like crazy.
Well, I mean, it makes you familiar not only with the actual brand, but it makes you familiar with the characters. Because all of us, when we are in our adult entertainment status, we're characters, and we play within the fantasy. Porn is all about fantasy and visual. If I can give you the visual that you need, so you can sit at your computer for 15 minutes and bust your nut, and then close that motherfucker, I think we did the job. We did the great job.
Yep, you did a great job. You did it. And you're being kind with the 15 minutes.
Well, the reason why I say 15 minutes is because now with music, porn, whatever, now we're in such of a microwave era because the millennial kids, their attention span is so damn short. You got to get to the point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at music now, you have at the beginning of the song, you have an 8-bar measure, you have 1/16 verse, an 8-bar measure, another 16 verse, and then your 8-bar measure at the end, and that song's over. That's only 2 verses. But if you look at the 80s and the 90s, babies, when the music was real music, you had damn near 6 minutes of a song. Now, your songs are usually 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
And you don't want to go longer than that because people won't be playing it.
Yeah, so not only did the time span of things change, the attention span of things have changed. So I usually shoot for, when I start my scene, I'm shooting for 20. Because I know at the 20 mark, he's gonna lose focus, or he's gonna lose whatever, or she's gonna lose it because she's sitting there, she's working herself over trying to get to her point. If I'm shooting for 30, 45 minutes, she's fucking bored. She's like, God damn it, when the pop's gonna happen? When is he gonna let that shit go? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I've gotten to the point where I only shoot for, 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, see, I like them. I like it. See, my biggest thing is now, and I don't know if you say, but I like it when, it seems nowadays when I get on set, it's like rushed. It's like you got to go get this position for boom, boom, boom. Okay, now get to this position, boom, boom, boom. Then you get to this position. I'm like, where does it take the time? And have it a little more slowed down, and you're not having to rush. And it's almost like you're on a time crunch. It's like, let's stay within this. I'm like, okay, well, if it goes a little bit longer, but it's really hot, that's okay. We can edit out something else, or bring it down later on. But I don't want to be rushed. I quite enjoy doing this, so just let me enjoy my moments, right? So that's one thing I don't like about being on set. It's like, I don't want to rush through this. I want to take my time. If it takes a half an hour, we can cut it back 10 minutes. I'm good with that. But people don't like to watch porn for that long anymore.
Well, that's like I said, as soon as he gets where he has to go, he closes the damn computer because now he feels like, oh my God, what did I do? He's probably out of breath. He's tired. He had his cum rag, or he done have a shot on himself, and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I can't.
Why am I getting a visual of this? I'm totally getting a visual
Right.
of this as you're speaking. I'm like, I'm so good. That's exactly what it's like, right? Oh, that's just too funny. That's so
I mean, like, I've gotten to the point now where, and female fans and clients, they'll hit me and they'll say, "Hey, listen, can I get a custom of you smoking a cigarette, whacking off in the shower?" And I'm like, "What? Okay, cool, I got you." So what I'll do is, I'll prep, and if I have a female talent that's available, I'll say, "Listen, buff me for like 2 minutes at the most. Get me where I need to go. I'm going to shoot this for about 5 minutes. I'm not going to give you a 30-minute custom. You're going to get a 5-minute custom. Because if you can't bust in that 5 minutes, you wasted your time. Because I'm not going no longer than that."
5 minutes, eh?
There you go. Market that. 5 minutes. That's all y'all got. 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So okay, he gonna give you a custom. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah, so at this point right now, I have 3 custom shower scenes that I've done.
I seen one of the pictures. You wearing all white in the shower.
Yeah,
Alexa,
yeah,
you gotta see that
shirt.
picture.
Yeah, the one with the shirt. That was one of my favorite scenes to do, because you got the shirt on, the shirt's wet, it's showing your physique, it's showing the muscles, and then you give them the surprise.
And you think of rain, like just water. It was just
and
a
it's
wild.
like raining down on you. So the perception of being in the rain is what you're giving them as a visual, and then it gets it.
Alexa, you're real quiet.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm getting the visuals over here. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not sugarcoating this. I know. I've seen it. I've done my research. I've looked at the stage. I know what he's talking about. Like, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm just listening.
So that's a lot on your plate that you're balancing around, and that's good. It's all elevation. That's what it needs to be. I thought I saw music on your page. That's why I had to ask you about it, because of course that's what I do. So it was just wild because I've only had 2. The other one, actually, he did a rap for me for Spunk Lube. He did a whole commercial. You heard that, Alexa, didn't you? It was yeah, and X-rated. What's his name? Oh my God, I know it was X-rated something.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I'm picturing Alfonso in the shower with a shirt on, and I'm done. So forget.
But see, that's good. That's the 5-minute thing.
The 5-minute thing, yeah.
Supposed
no,
to be the 5-minute thing.
5 minutes.
And not only that, but with the shower scenes, I'll put exclusive music that's heard probably nowhere. I'll put exclusive, enticing music with the actual act, so that now you get music and you get the perception. So now you're in the mood. It's not like, oh, well, shit, where the fuck is he gonna go? So I'll give you a visual and I'll give you music at the same time, so that, hey, look, if you got that vibrator rolling, you'll be squirting in about 2 minutes, because I'm going to make sure I get you where you need to be, because the visual effect of it. A lot of people are hands-on, and a lot of people are visual. So if I can see it and I can perceive it, it can happen.
Yeah. I like the idea of the music, though. Music, to me, it makes it sexy.
And I mean, I don't know.
To me, it brings it back. It's
I
more
can't
old
say
school
about
porn.
the porn
I
thing,
don't want to say
but
old school.
yeah,
but it has a class element to it. It brings something different to
but
it.
I mean, it could be
And,
any kind of music too. Like he said, with the shower one, he would put, that type. But I mean, then you could think other scenes, like other music. Like I don't know. There's a music thing I like too. And like I said, nobody does that anymore. And that somebody could make bank off that. Just start their own series.
Again, with being an independent, you have to understand the promotional push behind your project is what you put into your project.
Right. Well, just like an artist, though. An artist does the same thing, because that's what I do. I work for artists.
Yeah. So when I shoot for the company KOP, which is King of Pimps Productions, when I shoot for him, me and him have this understanding that when you do your promos, my music's in your promo. or
Right.
either you're going to pick a song similar or close enough to what I do that it's in the promo because I needed to fit the mold. And
Right.
we've worked that out. Yeah, and we've worked that out. And, you know, he's a great guy. He's gotten certain shoots for me that as a male talent, without his backing and his push, would have been difficult to get.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, see, that works too. I can see that.
So who else do you shoot with or shoot for? Like, have you shot for Team VP?
Yeah, Team VP is my family.
Yeah, okay. So I thought, because I'm like, you were just in Florida shoot, right?
No. I was not in Florida. I was at the Atlanta Black Dimes event.
Atlanta. Right, okay.
And I will say, and I'm going to say this on the radio, the Atlanta Black Dimes event was very successful for me. Everyone there was not only nice and, you know, down to earth people.
I think I heard about that.
They carried themselves in such an amazing professional manner. And the video gentlemen, they carry themselves with such a swagger that it engages you to want to work with them more.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Nuts is like a mentor to me. Dapper Dan is one of my mentors. Rock Icon is one of my mentors.
That's so crazy. I interviewed 2 out of the 3, and those are 2 of my favorites.
Yeah, we've had Mr. Nuts on
Nuts
here.
is awesome. Matter of fact, I want to be doing something next year out of Atlanta, and it's gonna be like a strip club thing, because like every artist wants their music in a strip club, because if the girls can dance to it, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't make that music.
Well,
I just don't. I mean, I understand the whole shake your ass thing.
No, but it's not always shake your ass thing, no.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, I don't make that music.
Right.
Where I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm from, you know, pimps, players, and hustlers, and old school Max. You know, I'm from that era where men had long perms and finger waves and long fingernails, and they kept green and gold. You know, green for the money, gold for the honey. That's where I'm originally from. So my music reflects. Yeah, so my music reflects that.
Right.
And my music is what you would call smooth. I got jams, and that's what I call them. I call them jams. I call them, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee County jams. That's how I call my music. I don't really, I don't stick to the stigma of what the system has put into our heads, because if you listen to this music that's rap music right now, do you feel oppressed or do you feel depressed? Because some of this music sounds exactly like the same thing you just heard 2 seconds ago.
You're right. But there's you know, I don't listen to radio too much, so I can't. I mean, I get like the hot hits from, you know, Def Jam and all them to play, but as far as indie artists is what I listen to the most. Like I'm Spotify Go, you know what I mean? Like that's bumping in my car all the time. All the artists that I work with or know, and I've got an array of artists. They all don't do trap music. They all don't, you know what I'm saying? But
so if you would like, after we get off from, you know, having our conversation and actually, you know, our talk, I'll send you my Pandora station. And my Pandora station is, I think that's the greatest for me, because not only am I on Spotify and iTunes,
right,
on and Tidal, and all of that's fine, but I'll give you an opportunity to listen so you'll see what the visuals do, because my music is about visuals. I create the story so you can see it. I'm not always talking about guns and everything. I'm more of a smooth player than that. I wasn't raised to always talk about shooting somebody, because you're going to end up in jail sooner or later. If that's the perception of music you create, sooner or later that perception turns itself into reality.
True. But see, I don't know. I guess I disagree with that, because I work with so many genres, and each genre has some bullshit that society labeled it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've worked at like Ozfest with all these raving heavy metal people bashing their heads into each other, and I'm looking at them like, what? You know, Smash, and they called it Smash. You know, they'd all be afraid. I mean, so I've looked at churches down south, you know, that barricaded House of Blues because they didn't want Marilyn Manson playing there. I've been up north where, you know, like you said, I was rooted up north, so I can't. It's hard for me because that's my passion. That's my purpose is music. So I look at all kinds of music, no matter what it is, and I try to put it into something. The only one I can't do is really country. So I thought you were gonna say country for a minute, and then I was just like, okay. But
Hey, come on, did somebody knock it down on some country?
I can't. I've tried.
Knock it down on no country.
I've tried. I'm sorry. I've tried.
Blake Shelton's music. I love Blake Shelton.
No, I can't do it. I've listened to, I think, 2 groups, and really, you couldn't even call them country like my mom. Although I will say, some elders did teach me like Johnny Cash, but I had to watch his movie and all that stuff. But for me to buy him and listen to, hell no. But I mean, he had a story, and you know what I'm saying, and some of his music did talk to people. But I can't. I try so hard with country. I really do.
That's okay, Kelly. You don't have to. I'll take care of the country for you, girl. That's okay.
Yeah, that's all. Like, people have begged me to go.
Do that one for you.
I'll do blues. Now, I love me some jazz. I love me some blues. You know what I mean? I've worked with that. But I just can't do the country. I don't know what it is. It depresses me most of the time. It just sucks.
Yeah, I was hoping, Alfonso, that you were going to say that you're going to AVN and working with the TVP boys again. That's kind of what I was hoping.
I haven't had an invite at this point, but that's fine. I mean, they're family, so, that's fine. But even though I am family to the Team VP, organization, I'm still an independent that carries his own, thing. So,
right.
I can work within a group, but 90% of the time, I like to, move at my own accord. I don't mind moving at another person's pace, but I know how I work, and working with my brothers is amazing. I love every one of them. I love Richard. I love Mr. Nuts. He's awesome. Richard is amazing. He's the funniest guy. You would never expect Richard to be a guy who cracks jokes. I love Don. Don's awesome. So those guys are, they're guys that I would love to always be around and learn from. Because not every experience has to be about the intimacy and about the, the sexual side of things. It has to always be a learning experience. You have to learn from every experience you have. So sometimes I just sit around and soak up the knowledge, because the knowledge.
Yes, and they're full of that. Well, Mr. Nuts is.
Oh yeah, I'm
so
such
good.
a sponge for
one
that.
man that I have such huge regards and respect for is I got to go last April, I guess it was, to Atlanta, and I met him there. And, he sat down with me at a computer for like an hour and just, taught me things. And, is so willing to share his knowledge and information. And I actually got to meet everybody, like all the boys and stuff, last AVN. Mr. Nuts, unfortunately, wasn't in Vegas, but then I got to meet him in April. And then I'm going to go back and be with them and shoot with them this AVN as well. And I just can't say enough about them. Like the camera guys, Jimmy and G and Jeff, like they're all just amazing people, right? So, and everybody's great. And actually, I haven't met Richard yet, but I'm going to meet him at AVN and Dawn as well. I haven't had
Richard
a chance
who?
to meet him. Richard Mann.
Oh yeah, I interviewed him too. He was awesome. Matter of fact, he was the first male that I interviewed like 2 years ago.
Yeah, see, that was prior to me. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to meet him yet, so I'm excited about that. But maybe at some point in time our paths will cross and I'll get a chance to meet you as well. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I mean, as a matter of fact, me and you, we've been in contact for a nice amount of time, and things have went good and things have went crazy and haywire due to the fact that the one time we were supposed to shoot, I think my flight got canceled. And I wasn't able to make the event due to my flight being canceled because of that storm that we were having up here. So, those are things that happen, and, you just have to adjust to the time.
Exactly, and that's one of my biggest things, too. Like, I've had it be where people call me up and say, hey, you know what, another shoot is running late, or, I'd love to make it, but I can't. You just roll with it, and some people get really annoyed, and it is frustrating to a point if you're already up and ready and it's like, an hour before you shoot and you're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to make it. But, you just roll with it, especially during things like AVN when everybody has great intentions of shooting, but, maybe they partied a little too much the night before or whatever, they're not feeling it, or something's going on. You have to be able to just roll with it and adjust, right? So, when it happens and it's great, then it's great. I would much rather somebody come with their A game and be able to have an amazing shoot and produce a really good product and a great scene, rather than them coming, not on their A game and just doing it half-assed. Just you can tell. You can tell. So that's me.
Yeah, but I will say for male talent, and I know you hear this a lot too. The change of exchange is very different when a male talent has traveled all the way out of town. He's booked the room, and then the female talent says, "Oh, I can't come." Or
or the
female
I have
talent
no tolerance for that. That is, to me, ignorant. I mean, it is hard enough when somebody is paid money to travel. They've booked a room. They've paid money out to do that, and then you have that time. You have a camera person there, everything there. Everybody's ready to go, and then they don't show, or they're not able to make it.
I've had, as a matter of fact, at Exotica, I won't disclose the personnel, but I had 3 guaranteed shoots that we talked about for at least 3 months before the actual event in November. And when they got there, the thing was, "Oh, I thought this was a paid shoot." So I'll send them a screenshot and say, "Hey, this is what we agreed on." "Oh, well, I'm only doing paid shoots." Like, yo, I came here, I booked my room, my cameraman's here. Why change the game? If you're not going to do it, don't agree to it. Because a verbal contract and a verbal part and actual having the screenshots, that's legally binding. But a lot of people don't look at it like that. So for me, the 3 shoots that bailed on me, never. That's a done deal for me. And even if my name gets bigger than what it is at this point, now they're going to have to pay my rate. From that point, you've already changed a situation that could have been very great. It could have been a great business working relationship. But now you're going to pay my rate. And I don't care what your name is. I don't care how famous you are or what you carry. You do not close out someone because, at this point you spend all your money to get there and you don't have enough to get back. That's something that you should have already taken care of before you came.
Yeah, and that for me, I would never get on. My biggest thing is I would never get on a plane and go somewhere if I was counting on something, to get home. Unless it's in my bank account already, and I can set myself up and not have to worry, I'm not going. It's as simple as that. I would never put myself in that position. It's just, that to me is irresponsible. And then to change things like that on somebody is so downright ignorant and unbelievably unprofessional. And, maybe it's because I'm a little older. I come from more of that old school, it's like the handshake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a handshake. It's a done deal. Once you've agreed to it, you better be there. Come hell or high water, unless you're in a deathbed or in a hospital, you had damn well better be there. And that's how I am. That's my mentality. And not just be there. Like, for me, if I have a 10 o'clock shoot, I'm not getting to the set at 10 o'clock and then, I have to do my hair and I have to do my makeup. No. 10 o'clock, at 10 to 10, I'm ready. Sitting there waiting. Hair, makeup on, ready to go. Ready to shoot. And I think that's how it should be, and unfortunately it's not. And I find that to be very sad.
Well, that's the nature of this animal in this business for male talent. I've traveled, like I said, I've gotten rooms, and then I'll get a phone call, or they won't answer until later on, and they'll say, "Oh, well, a situation came up," and it's like, listen, a text message before I get on the plane can change not only the revenue that I've spent, but it can change the whole situation so I can still work with you. But if you decide to change that, not only do I not ever want to work with you, but if we ever do come to an agreement, it is going to be paid.
Right. You paying me. And that's fair. I think that's fair.
All right, y'all.
I totally agree with that.
I hate to break this all up, but it's that time to say goodnight.
Oh man, already?
I know, cause where you are, that's just you're how many hours behind me?
Well, I'm 3 hours behind you, so I do this call at 9 o'clock at night, which is great.
Yeah, that's like Cali. When I'm on in Cali, it's like that 3 hour. Chicago, I'm getting it down. Just the area codes and regions and all that kind of screw me up. But do give out all your social links for people to follow you, Alfonso.
Okay, so you can find me at alfonsoleys.com. You can go on Twitter and type in Alfonso Leys. You can go to ConnectPal and type in Alfonso Leys, or any site and type in Alfonso Leys, and you will pretty much find me. That's pretty much my adult entertainment monarch. That's what I roll with. If you're looking for any of my music, you will type in ODUBBY. Once again, that is ODUBBY. And once you type it in, I'm going to pop up and you'll see my face and you'll see all of the modeling stuff as well, because they're all attached to Lewis Harris' Facebook account. So there's a lot of different things going on. And if you really, really are enticed by what I do, send a message or a DM or contact me on alfonsoleys@gmail, and let's do business.
Right. Y'all heard that, right? Awesome. And remember, 5 minutes.
I got it. 5 minutes.
And you have to come back and let us know about the how the branding goes with your lube too. You'll have to let us know.
I love that. You guys have a great night. Be successful always, and always stay focused and keep a clear view.
You too.
Thank you for that, and it's a pleasure talking to you.
Awesome.
All right, ladies.
Good night. All right, Alexa, night, thank you again, and I'll catch you next Friday night.
Sounds good, girl. Let's talk during the week. We got stuff to talk about.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, girl.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.